Yeah, it was about 10 o'clock. I went upstairs to go to bed. Me and my brother were upstairs listening to music, talking. We heard a single gunshot and didn't think anything of it. It's not so long after my father came down, we asked him if he heard the single gunshot. He said no. We stepped out front of his house and looked, and we could see a large glow in the sky from a very large fire. My brother said he was going to go up and check it out. My father told him not to. My brother said, "I'll be right back." I was sitting there with my dad, and we were waiting and waiting and waiting. My brother didn't come back. Finally he phoned. And he says, "Listen, the fire's really bad. I'm taking pictures. Call the fire department." And we waited and we waited and we waited. And I walked up the road looking for my brother with a flashlight. My father come with me so far, but he stopped at the end of his driveway and turned around and went back in his house. I walked up looking for my brother with a flashlight. And I could see a body laying on the side of the road. As I got closer, I could see it was my brother. I got one more step closer, I could see blood, and he wasn't moving. I shut my flashlight off, I turned around and I ran for my life in the dark. I went up the first cottage road or street or whatever, the access to the cottage that I could. I got up there to about a bend, and I stopped. I was exhausted and out of breath. I turned around and looked down towards the road I had just run from to see a little flashlight flashing around looking for me. I ran so hard into the woods, I laid there for approximately at least about 4 hours hoping and praying that the police would come. The police would come. Finally, after about 4 hours, they got me out of there with an armored vehicle. A nightmare through hell. It's a nightmare through hell. I see a lot of people are in a lot of pain. There's a lot of pain and suffering. My heart goes out to the rest of us that are suffering. That's about all I can say.
I'm so sorry for your loss. I mean, you were lying there. Did you hear anything? Did you see anything?
Gunshots, laying there for hours. All I could hear was explosions from the fires and gunshots coming from all around me. Yeah. It was the most terrifyingest thing I've ever experienced in my life. To walk up and find my brother dead and to be hunted by this fella that killed all these people. I'll be traumatized for the rest of my life. I'm having a really hard time with it.
Where was your dad when this was going on?
Hiding in his home. I was lucky enough that when I was hiding, I waited about an hour before I could pull my cell phone out because I didn't want it to light and give my position away. And when I thought it was safe, I phoned my dad and I told him, phone the police. I think Corrie's shot and dead. And I said, shut the lights off and hide. And he said, yes, I will. I said, don't call me back. I don't want my phone to light up. And I laid on the ground and I nearly froze to death. I had to get out of the Great Village Fire Hall and recover from hypothermia and everything. I'm in shock so bad. I was just allowed to come down today to get my vehicle finally.
You were there. That's the Saturday night into the Sunday. You know what was happening entirely.
The armored personnel carrier come and got me. Yeah.
What did they say?
They said that there was a gunman on the loose. Yeah, gunman on the loose. There was approximately 4 a.m. I finally got out of the whole ordeal at 4 a.m. It started around 10:30.
What have police been telling you?
Pardon?
What have police been telling you?
Nothing. Basically nothing. I still haven't even got my cell phone back yet. They still have my cell phone. I'm going to call them for that, wanting that back. I'm just in shock.
Can you tell us about your brother?
My brother was a really good guy. He would have been the first to jump, run, go, and help. And for him going to help cost him his life. Yep, cost my brother his life. He was a really good guy. He helped people that he could, and he was disabled. He had a seeing eye disability, and he was a generally good guy. He liked fishing in the outdoors and stuff like that.
And again, he went out after you and your brother heard gunshots. Your father didn't hear a gunshot.
Yep.
And he went out to investigate? Is that what happened?
He went to look at the fire. He wasn't going to look for whoever was firing the guns. He wanted to go and see how bad the fire was. Yeah, he went to see how bad the fire was, and it cost him his life.
How close to you was the fire?
Very close, except for there was a tree line blocking us. There was a tree line, and I could see the glowing, and then my brother was laying dead on the ground. And as soon as I took one more step and hit the light out on the front of him, I could see a bunch of blood, and I knew he was dead. And I knew from the gunshots I heard earlier that something was really wrong and turned and run for my life. Run for my life.
Did you know, now that you know the identity of the shooter?
I did not know the gentleman. I did not know that man. I'm from Halifax. I come up from Halifax. I picked my brother up in Truro to come visit my father for the night. I was going back home to Halifax. I don't know. I don't know anybody in there really.
Your dad lives here full time?
My dad lives in there full time, and my uncle and his wife. Yeah.
Are they okay?
Yes, they are okay. Very fortunate. I don't know how they got away.
What do you think this says about the community? What does this mean for us here?
This can happen anywhere. This can happen anywhere. Everybody's on edge, especially with the Corona-19. Everybody's really on edge. I don't know what the circumstances were behind that gentleman going off like that, but a lot of people are living on edge. And now a lot of people are going to be living on edge and living in fear.
What do you want to see happen?
Better response. I was watching the news earlier. It really made me sick to my stomach that they didn't put the emergency alert out. If the police had to put the emergency alert out, I would have got it on my phone hiding in the woods, and I would have known what was going on. And it could have saved some more lives.
Did you know any of the other victims?
I knew a few of the other victims, and my heart goes out to their families. This is a total atrocity. I can't think of anything worse happening in this area. This is usually a peaceful, quiet community.
Did your father and uncle live close to the shooter, do you know?
Not far, less than a mile. Yeah, less than a kilometer.
And did they know him?
My father knew the fellow. Yeah. Yeah.
Did he say anything about him?
Not really. No.
Nothing that stood out, right?
Nothing that I paid attention. I'm still in shock so bad I could barely function. I'm getting no sleep. I'm shaking like a leaf. I'm just terrified. I'm terrified from the whole ordeal. It's gonna scar me for life.
So like this is perhaps too many details. But, I mean, where are you at now? Are you like where's your brother's body? Is it still there?
I haven't seen my brother's body. I haven't got any word. To my knowledge, the RCMP still haven't told my father that his son is dead. It took me forever and phone calls and asking for them finally to tell me my brother was dead. And I'm not very happy about that either.
How did that process work? Did you have to show up or did they call you?
They finally called me, and I asked them, is my brother dead? Is my brother dead? Yes, sorry, he's dead. You know, that's what I got.
What brings you here today?
I had to pick up my vehicle.
Gotcha.
I had to come down and get my vehicle. I was supposed to get my cell phone too. I haven't had my cell phone. My friends and my family have been trying to get a hold of me through this whole thing. I have no cell phone. When they took me into the armored personnel carrier, they asked. I had my phone, my head with 911, and I laid it down. That's the last I ever saw on my cell phone. And now I don't have my brother anymore either. No, I just don't know. My heart goes out to everybody. My heart goes out to everybody involved in this. Help people. That's my message today. Help people.